Okay, so this is a really random idea. Oh god, I'm like setting this up because I was just kind of vibing, eating soup, and I just came up with this idea. I was like, why don't I just record myself doing what I do normally, which is just browsing the retro game market on eBay. This place is a real fucking cesspool of garbage, so I just thought, why not capture my daily experience is just browsing here and trying to find an actually good price that's not ridiculous. I mean, as you can clearly see right on the fucking screen right there, Path of Radiance. Not even the actual game, just the box art and like just the art. This one right here is literally just the manual and the case. Not even the game, just the manual and the case. $55. This is dumb, but it's also a fun time to do. Just kind of browse around, just trying to find some good deals. Let's just look through some SNES games, I guess. Well, I pretty much recently found my SNES, and I actually have it here as a... Well, this is my SD card. I have my SNES here, no webcam, of course, but SNES is right here, literally in my hand, with my singular copy of Chrono Trigger from way back when. Honestly, it's a really good condition SNES for being like, just kind of in a box for about 10-15 years without me knowing. Really good condition, not too yellowed or anything, so I'm pretty happy about this. But yeah, not too bad. Pretty happy to actually find my old NES, SNES. I mean, I just kind of keep it on my desk as a prop, just to kind of show it off. You know, it's pretty cool. I don't really use it. I mean, I should, but I also have the SNES Classic, so that kind of uses a lot of the point of my old SNES. But I have the SNES here, so if I ever have a CRT, or if I ever decide to buy a CRT and somehow bring it up a flight of stairs, my SNES is ready for that. But as you can see here, a lot of these prices aren't super fucking crazy. I mean, like, the original SNES Super Mario World, $21. That's not too bad, but then you go right below and it's doubled in price. It's just how usually this SNES market is. Most of the time, people are like, they'd be browsing, let's do a specific game, let's say Earthbound. Earthbound is a bit of a ridiculous game to find right now. As you can clearly see, Earthbound for some reason is $400. That's honestly a fair price. If you actually look at the Earthbound sales numbers, I think it only sold like around 200,000 copies, 440,000 copies worldwide. So not too bad. Honestly, could be less. Like I showed you guys at the start, it's Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. That's 3 houses. Yeah, Path of Radiance itself sold 156,000 copies worldwide. So it makes sense that one is worth like $200, $300. Sometimes it's kind of insane how a bunch of these games end up at this price, when if you scroll down one more, it's literally just like a fraction of that price. Like, dude, should I buy the complete, authentic, tested, no stickers Earthbound copy for $24,000? I mean, that's also a complete in box, so I mean, kind of makes sense, but it's literally way too expensive. If you look for, if we just go for Earthbound, CIB, or complete in box, you end up with prices ranging for fuck all expensive. But you see, like, oh, this one's $6,000, and then literally right below it, you got $2,000. Like, it's a bit of a bitch. I mean, a bunch of these also do include the manual, but like, Wada here is a fucking bullshit little company that likes to fuck all jack up their prices just because they can. It's just how the game market really is right now. Honestly, you're probably better off buying what do they call, a Japanese Earthbound copy, because if you actually look as you can see, Mother 2 here, it's going to be in Japanese, and it's also for the Super Famicom, but it does price you at $60. All you need to do is learn Japanese, I guess. I mean, you also, like, if you see this Final Fantasy 2 one here, it's $175, complete in box with the poster you get at launch. So a lot of that is pretty cool. And then you go down here for these CIV Wadas, which just end up being $24.99. Like if you just look up Super Mario Brothers 2, for the NES, you literally can buy it for $64. If you even want to go that far and actually buy a whole collection for it, just go complete in box. You have this stupid WADA sponsored listing here for 8.5 scale, whatever the fuck. Go ahead and just take the $80 one. It's literally the exact same thing, and you can actually use it. This one is pretty much sealed tight in this stupid ass fucking glass case. I understand with Pokemon cards and how they're always usually super expensive for stuff. Like, that makes sense, yeah, because that's a card. That's like a one-time print. and usually they're pretty rare because you have to open up a bunch of packs to actually get that one thing. This is Super Mario Brothers 2. If we look at Super Mario Brothers 2 sales numbers, like this game sold 7 million copies. There's not like a shortage or a scarcity of it. There's literally 7 million copies out there in the world. Of course, some people actually already have it and aren't really selling it. But if you look at the eBay marketplace here, people are literally selling a complete in-box game. Like manual, everything inside with the original packaging. Maybe not sealed, but original packaging for $80. Why would you go out of your way to buy something this expensive when you can literally make do with this? That'll be almost identical. Like, the retro game market is a good place, but these profit collectors that I call them, or profiteers, just sell this garbage for this much, and people actually bid on it because, oh, it's an expensive game. But if you're an actual fucking intelligent human being, you literally look down like one more, and it's literally, oh, this one is $99. Oh, I can emulate this game. Oh, this game exists on 4 or 5 other consoles for $7. I'm gonna go into my daily Path of Radiance hunt. As you can see, these things are absolutely fucking ridiculous. I mean, like, something like, yeah, this benefits charity. Yeah, that's cool. I'll probably buy that. But like, if you really want to buy it, you're not gonna get it for cheap, unfortunately. This game only sold 140,000 units worldwide. And this was at the time where Fire Emblem was literally fucking dying. Like, but eventually they made Awakening, and that actually appealed to everyone because Waifu Simulator. That just add a if your game's not getting out there enough, just throw in waifus, make them, you can date them and all that shit. Your game's set for life. Like literally, your entire series is saved. That's just the brunt of the world right now. That's a good thing for Trails. It's a good thing Kuro no Kiseki isn't gonna have that. I think that's what they said. Gonna get rid of all the like dating shit, which is good. I didn't like the harem stuff, but that's beside the point. There is a lot of good things. Like, look at this. I actually saw this here, and I was like, wow, $120, and I can buy it now. It's just the goddamn fucking case artwork and manuals. Like, there's no game. If add the game to this, it's already $300. Like, that's just how this Fire Emblem market works. It's absolutely ridiculous. But if we look for the Japanese one, I spelled that wrong. The Japanese Path of Radiance, it's $84. Like, that's $84 for the entire game in complete in box. I'm not really getting anything here, huh? I'm just getting cipher cards, which, God, cipher cards are actually really sick. I do like cipher cards. I don't want cipher cards though. Like, even if we look at the GameCube game market, which honestly, this is the console I really want to collect for, because that's just the console I grew up with. Why did I look up GameCube game market? Like, if you look at here, you got these huge lots that people have, and they're just kind of selling them. So usually you're like, oh cool, I'll check one of these lots out and see what they got. So you go to games, Mario Party 4 is out of stock, Mario Party 5 is out of stock, Mario Party 6 out of stock, Super Baseball's out of stock, Sunshine's out of stock, Super Smash Brothers is out of stock, Four Swords is still there, Ocarina and Wind Waker out of stock, Metroid Prime out of stock, Shadow the Hedgehog, Monkey Ball, pretty much all the games everybody wants out of stock. Usually you got these games that people don't really care about. So you got like, let's just look through these. Not many games kind of here. Like, you got Metroid Prime 2, so if you need Metroid Prime 2, just go ahead and click that. You're getting it for $80. So that's honestly a solid price for GameCube games right now. But if you just like Four Swords Adventure, $84, you get the manual, you get the game, box. Pretty solid, and it's also not the player's choice one, so that adds a lot more value. Because player's choice fucking sucks. I have 2 player's choice copies. I have my Coliseum copy, or Pokemon Coliseum, and Thousand Year Door. Hate those 2 copies, but I love those 2 games. I don't want to get rid of them, but I want to get a new box art for the Thousand Year Door, because I hate the player's choice. The yellow just sucks. Don't know why they went with yellow. It's atrocious. It is absolutely atrocious. But yeah, looking through all these, it's just a lot of, most of the time when you just look up like GameCube games, you're just gonna get a huge lots of these. Most of the time you get like discs only. But also sometimes if you're just scrolling through, you can get like some games here. You got Prince of Persia here, Geist, Shrek 2, I guess, Super Mario Baseball, or the Double Dash right here is a pretty solid price, $34. But it's also, you gotta look out, because bids are great. I like bids. You can probably get them way lower, but at the same time, once a lot of people see that bid and it's like, huh, that's pretty low. Let me bump that up, you know? Let me go ahead and finger that little bid button. It starts getting a lot more expensive, and by the time this bid's over, this is going to be about like say 80 bucks at least. Pretty much what happened when I bought Xenoblade 2. I found a copy. I was like, huh, oh, $30. That's a pretty solid price. And eventually, because it was a bid, I just put $30 down. And eventually, when the time come when the bid was almost over, there was like at least 36 other people bidding on that. And I was like, oh shit, how much is it at? Oh, $80. Shit, I'm gonna bid for it because I do want to play Xenoblade 2. I bought it. I lost $85, but that's what it cost me. And honestly, I feel like I could have just bought the digital edition and it would have been just much cheaper, but whatever. But yeah, a lot of these GameCube games are usually pretty fairly priced. Chibi Robo here. This game didn't sell well, but $169, honestly a fair price for that. Mario Party 5 goes from $42, you can just buy it for $75. $75 is probably the best deal you're gonna get from Mario Party 5 if you actually look for that. But a lot of the things you should look for when you're doing this, let's just go back to what's a good game? Let's go to what's a good game? Let's go to Twilight Princess. Twilight Princess is a fun game. GameCube. Let's go for the GameCube one, because that's actually the better one. You can see there's a lot of these like listings and stuff, blah blah blah. Oh, $99, $100. Something I like to do actually, and I don't think a lot of people do this often, or usually when they post their like, oh my god, the retro game market is ruined. Usually all they do is just kind of go to the filters here and go to the highest first. And people will just post these on Twitter being like, or post this on any social media and be like, oh my god, the retro game market is ruined. It's terrible. You really can just do like lowest first. You don't really have to buy those games. You can literally go to lowest first. You will find this game for $25. You will find this game for $40. It is. These are also case and cover. Let's actually put complete in box. But yeah, look, this is literally in lowest. This is a mint condition copy, as they say. They'll probably like still sealed, has like the saran wrap on it. It's called saran wrap? I don't think it's called saran wrap. I think it's a different thing. It still has the plastic on it. I think saran wrap is just used to cover food. But yeah, literally, you just put complete in box at lowest. You're gonna find these games for $79. And let's just like click on this one because that's actually a fair price. Go ahead and inspect that. It's scratched up, but I mean, honestly, for a game that's 20 years old at this point, it's gonna be a bit dirty. You know, it's just how games eventually do. It's also pre-owned, so that right there is a no-go. That's a GameStop game. Let's look at this first one here. It says pre-owned. Yeah, see, this is like a fair copy right here. It's also in Canadian. I guess it's Canadian dollars. But as you can see, it's like fairly well kept. Case looks pretty solid. Barcode isn't covered up by a dumbass sticker. This just looks good right here. Manual's in pretty good condition. Honestly, this is stuff that I personally look forward to. You don't have to get manuals in it. You can literally just get game case. That's it. I like personally having the manuals. That's why I do complete inbox. Of course, some people just buy the discs only, and honestly, if you're paying this much for a disc, literally just look around and you'll definitely find one of these here. Like this is literally $50. This is also a bid, but you'll find these for way cheaper. It's really only for games, because if you actually look at consoles, like let's look for since we're going on GameCube, let's do GameCube console. Let's just look for a GameCube console. Look for a GameCube. Here are your GameCubes. Like, this is just a console only. Literally $20. Literally $20. $21. These are also probably broken. I actually think about it. I should not have done that. But yeah, garbage like this. Literally, it's a GameCube. I think you can go to GameStop and buy a GameCube for $50. Like, I think they still have some stock that are like pre-owned. But literally, like, you look at this. GameCube Launch Edition, $129. You get your orange GameCube GameCube controller, $129. That's a really good price. Like, consoles for some reason, they're not super expensive. I don't understand why. Usually you think people would look at consoles and be like, huh, now that's something I can, you know, I can raise and jack up prices because people need consoles, right? No, apparently not. Apparently people just sell consoles for actually good and fair prices and then jack up games for no fucking reason because they can. I mean, just like, look at this. $45, $70. Like, you can get an actual GameCube for pretty much a really solid price. And then again, these are also these types of GameCubes because these are just like launch edition world. They just exist kind of GameCube. If you go for like the GameCube I want is the Starlight Gold one. This one here is gonna range you for about $100, but then again, it's still a solid fucking price for a GameCube because that's $100 for like a really nice and expensive GameCube looking. I can't speak. But Starlight Gold is like, look, this is a solid GameCube, and then like if you look for, I think it's the Symphonic Green GameCube. It's the GameCube that came released with Tales of Symphonia. This one is gonna, of course, raise you to $300 because this was a limited time console that was made for the release of Tales of Symphonia. So of course it's gonna range you for a lot more. But if you look at a lot of them, literally 300, 324, 549, these are really solid prices for a limited time console. These are just a really overall good prices for them, and then all you have these disgusting third-party aftermarket controllers that just suck ass. But these are really solid prices for old limited edition consoles. If you go to, let's go to the N64, the gold one. Gold. Let's just go for that. You're gonna get in gold N64 for $70, for $200, for $159. You get consoles for solid prices. Yet when you go to a game, let's go to Mario Kart. Yeah, Mario Kart. Usually, it's always games that people want. So, of course, supply and demand. Mario Kart, apparently. Can't spell it right. It didn't even give me Mario Kart because I spelled it wrong. Game, please. Why are you giving me these toys? What is it doing? It's 64. What the fuck is this? There we go. Jesus Christ. It's just giving me like toys. No. You get here and you get Mario Kart 64. Since it is a highly wanted and it sold a ton, Mario Kart 64 is going to be literally kind of what games cost now, $70, $60, $70. And yeah, here's just like this complete in box game here. $150. It gives you literally everything that came in it when you originally bought it. They're honestly solid prices, but like, they're good prices, but man, certain games just get fucking ridiculously expensive. Like, let's go to the original Super Mario, which, if you guys know, that game originally, the original Super Mario Bros. 1, NES, sold for fuck all like 300,000 or some shit. You can literally just go here and buy it for $27, buy it for this much. And here's the thing to people who buy NES and Super Nintendo games in like the glass case, water sealed bullshit. This game has a battery. That battery is eventually going to corrode, and that game is going to be fuck all worthless. As you can clearly see, water 9.8, 8+ sealed. This game is going to rot in this box for fuck all 20 years, and eventually someone's going to want to open it. It's going to get battery corrosion all over your hands. Literally, that game's going to be fuck all worthless because it is just sitting in a box. That's just how batteries work. So people who buy these super expensive things, what is it? A fucking mantelpiece? Yeah, I bought that Mario 2 copy for $900. Yeah, I bought this Super Mario copy for $1 million. I spent money on that. Cool. Fucking why? You could have bought an entire house with $1 million. Why'd you buy a copy of Mario 1, you dumbass? That could have set you for life. And what did you do? You bought a copy of a fucking game that sold upwards of 80 million copies. Are you an idiot? That's pretty much what I tell most of these huge, expensive profit collectors. Just like, are you fucking idiots? Why are you spending so much on a game? The fucking video game that sold millions. It was mass produced. Mario 1 exists 15 times in many different consoles. What is wrong with you? It's just a ridiculous thing. Like, a lot of people just collect these games because they want to play them, or because it looks nice on the shelf. People just go out of their way, make shit impossible for everybody else to buy, just so they can get a quick buck. It's absolutely ridiculous. A hobby that I really like to have, and a lot of others have, it's just damn near impossible at this point to have just someone go, oh, Mario 1 for $20? I'm gonna buy that, keep it, and eventually I'm just gonna sell it for $300. Because I can, right? And people are stupid enough to buy it because they see, oh, NES game from 40 years ago. Yeah, this costs money, right? No, it doesn't cost fucking money. Because literally Nintendo themselves pump out Mario 1 on any and every console they have now. Because it's Mario 1. It's ridiculous. That's just the NES. This is just the marketplace here, man. This is literally how this whole thing is. Hey, look at me buying Picross 3D, $15 and shit. Let me looking at Fire Emblem, like, oh, I can't buy these. Look at this. Look at this shit. You want Radiant Dawn for $5,000, or are you gonna be smart and go to the next one that's literally $130? It's just ridiculous. Like, here's Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon. Like, oh, here's a complete Japanese copy for $15, and then the Americans turn around and say, ha, $52, because they can. The Japanese retro market is better than the American one. If only I could speak Japanese to actually buy those copies, then I would definitely leave this shit. Anyways, this is a dive into the retro game market. I probably might do this more often and just kind of like focus on specific game titles. And see if maybe I actually buy one on video. Be like, oh cool, I found this game and I just buy it on video. And then I think that'll be a pretty good video series, just kind of me browsing the retro game market and kind of doing it. I kind of just wanted to rant about the retro game market in general, so this is a rant as well, so fun. But yeah, I'm getting back into making videos, and I'm also starting to stream over on twitch.tv/retrokami. It looks like this. Literally, I think I'm the only retro kami. If anyone says official or real, they are not. I beat them to the name. Fuck them. I'll see you all next time for more videos on retro games and Fire Emblem Awakening, which is coming back, just having some time to actually record it. Taking me a while, so yeah, I'll see you all next time.